begins to shake. Brother Gary, this is where their faith begins to shake. When they obeyed God and they knew that God was putting into their spirit to do something. And they obeyed God. They had given the last $100 or the last $20 they had. And because they go through a long, dry spell of having to hustle and scrape, they think that God didn't keep His word. But I am a living witness, and I stand here and tell you that God will never fail what He has promised. Come on and clap your hands and help me. Oh, hallelujah. I started out in the ministry right here out of Fort Worth, Texas. See, a lot of people don't know that's my hometown. Fort Worth, Texas. I started in the first grade at the Castleberry Elementary School, Fort Worth, Texas. When I went into the full-time ministry, I started out in Fort Worth. My first meeting was out here between Jacksboro, Texas and Wichita Falls. And I started out in a car that looked like definitely the white tornado had arrived. I mean, we had to stop at every windmill in Texas and go through the barbed wire fences. And we didn't have very many clothes when we started. And by the time we got to where we preached the first meeting, we only had half as many clothes because we left the other half on the barbed wire fences, trying to go get water, cool that car off. Now you're looking at somebody that knows what this is all about. And I went on for 10 years. And finally, God gave me enough money to buy a brand new car. But after I had driven this car that I bought, by being careful with money and turned it into what was a blessing. But when that one was starting to wear, it all happened. Remember this, folks. That first car that I gave to that preacher, I was 16 years old. And I had just preached my first message. And now, all these years later, about probably 15 years later, I got a call one day, and a man said, "Brother White, I want you." Well, he didn't say it like that, because that would have sounded like your pastor. Brother White. Brother White. Amen. Did I do pretty good for that? That was pretty good for that. Amen. This preacher called me and said, Brother White, he said, I want you to come to Los Angeles. I said, that's great. I was in Portland, Oregon. I said, that's great. He said, I'm buying your ticket. I said, then I'll come. Then I'll come to Los Angeles. When I got to Los Angeles, a limousine picked me up and took me up into Hollywood and took me up and parked in front of a big mansion on Rodeo Drive. And the man that called me came out and said, come in. Brother White, he said, I have something for you. He took me into this mansion, showed me around to the house, and said, here, I want to take you out in the backyard here. And we stepped out on the back porch. I was looking down, and there, he said, you see that car? He said, God spoke to me to give it to you. And sitting there was a black on black on black Cadillac Eldorado convertible. Come on and clap your hands. When he handed me the keys, God spoke to me and said, remember that car you planted when you were 16 years old. He said, now you're starting to reap my promise. Hallelujah. Turn around, look someone in the face and tell them, my God is true. And my God tells the truth. I drove that Cadillac. Oh, it was beautiful. Wow, well, I was cool now. I drove that Cadillac back to Portland, Oregon, and I drove it for about a year and a half. Same man called me, said, Brother White, can you drive that car that I gave you back to LA? I said, well, I guess I can. I really wanted to say, are you taking it back? I wanted to say you're taking it back, because if you had said yeah, I would have said, well, I don't think I can drive it. I said, yes, I'll bring it back. When I got back, he took me up on Hollywood Boulevard to a big office complex. He took me down into the parking area, and here sat a brand new beautiful white Cadillac. He said, the reason I had you to bring that one back is because I figured it was time for you to have a new one.